Lap 79. Okay. George gets a radio message from Pete Bonington. Puncher left rear, wasn't it? Puncher left rear. And then I like to hear it. What I really found funny was this is a genuine puncher. So I think what I read between that is initially they see the pressures drop on the sensors. Obviously, each tire's got their PSI sensors, and they can see how much pressure is in the tires. So I reckon if sensor's gone off, we've lost a bit of pressure, and then they check. So I reckon a radio message came in beforehand saying potential left rear puncher, and then it was left rear puncher, left rear puncher. This is a genuine puncher. Box. And my heart. This is straight after a safety car. We're only 10 laps after a safety car, so the whole field is bunched up again. So a 23-second stop is done to absolutely crucify Russell's race. And I don't know what else to say about it, apart from George pits on lap 79 and comes out in P15. What he does over the next, 6 laps is nothing short of brilliant. Never gave up. The mentality was there, but it's such a shame. Such a shame.
It's funny that at the same time, David Croft at the same time on the commentary is going, "God, Bottas just can't get any luck, can he?" And they're going, "No, that's Bono, mate. That's Bono. That's Russell's race engineer."
Yeah.
But yeah, so just the worst luck. I mean, is it the way that he's driving? Is it because of how hard he's driving? We know that they were told to stay off the curbs and that they could they were warning him about the impact to the suspension, and maybe it's something to do with the way that he's driving. It's kind of hard to say for certain.
Potentially. I think there was also talk of some debris going into turn 2, like a tiny little debris which he may have run over. Yeah. I'm sure we get a good Mercedes debrief every Wednesday or Thursday, and I'm sure this will be one of the many topics they talk about. And they're always open, so if you don't watch those, they're about 10-15 minutes long. I suggest you do, because it's a really good insight to see how the team operates. And they don't hide behind curtains. They turn around and say, "Yeah, we messed up," just like Toto did on Sky Sports, but a little bit more abruptly.
But it's gutting. It's gutting for George, who now finds himself in P15 and
without points.
Yeah, without points.
He's gone
even his fastest lap will mean nothing in P15.
Yeah, he's gone from being first place or potentially regaining first place, fighting for a podium position with fastest lap, being on the podium for the first time, to doing what he does every week and being in P15 without a point. And it's just heartbreaking. But like I said, the next couple of laps were absolutely fantastic. And I've only made notes on Russell here. At this point, I was a little bit upset when I was watching this for the second time again. I almost wanted to pause it when, Russell came out in P5 and overtook Bottas and was going for the win. And I just didn't want to watch the race anymore. But interestingly, I've got some movements here. So Russell came out in P15 on lap 79. Lap 80, Russell's P14. Bottas is still in P8. Lap 82, Russell's in P13. Bottas in P8. Lap 83, Russell takes P12. Bottas is still in P8. You can see a theme here. Lap 84, Russell takes P11. Bottas is still in the same position. And lap 85, Norris takes P9, moving past Gasly. And then lap 86, Russell takes P10. And then on the final lap, Russell takes his good friend Norris into P8. And so obviously he secures that fastest lap point as well. At this point, he's right behind Bottas. So Bottas hasn't moved for all these laps. He's just trying to stay stationary. And that Mercedes has fought through the field. Now, I think a conversation, I know this podcast has gone on for a while, but I think a conversation is deserved, or, is warranted around. We've talked about how that Mercedes just doesn't do well following cars or doesn't do well in traffic. Does it not? I
said the last time we talked about it.
I've said it as well.
True. I don't think that's true.
Clearly not. It might be depending on the characteristics of the driver or the track itself or the wind direction. We don't know. But Russell made some really good overtakes today. Whether that was fighting back after the botched pit stops or fighting back after his puncher, made some brilliant overtakes. And so that car clearly can overtake. So it puts all those rumors or those the Mercedes, Bottas can't overtake because he's following car. Puts it all to bed. I'm sorry. That car can overtake. We saw it today on a track where, I don't know what else to say, but that car can overtake, and it was shown today. Did we miss anything else between the lap 79 and lap 86 when I've obviously focused on Russell? I know Norris got overtaken, unfortunately.
Obviously we focused on the kind of the big battle there and Russell's heartbreak. I don't think there's a whole lot going on around that period of time. It's just largely the focus on what's going on there. Just to add to that, really, obviously Russell finally ends up in P9 and gets his point. Not just one of them, he ends up with 3 because of his fastest lap as well. 2 for P9 and 1 for the fastest lap. So at least he does end up with some points. He finally gets his points. It wasn't as many as we thought he was going to get.
No, it's not the 25 I was expecting.
There's not much else to say about it, really, other than it's a real shame. He was pretty much faultless all weekend. And to think that it was his team that let him down is unthinkable. But it's what happened. That's the nature of a team sport. I'm sure that Mercedes will be, and have been, very apologetic towards him. I'm sure that they will, as you've mentioned, give us the full debrief. I'm looking forward to that myself.